trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta upprice some y'all. Snake eyes and dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hay. I'm working a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the balls, I'm flipping the all record, I still count wins when they got it. All record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. All record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. All record, I still want the act, not the ghost. I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account.
Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it?
Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Out and enjoying the outdoors.
So come join us at the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where every day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and make your mark on the world. We can't wait to welcome you into our hive. Go Yellow Jackets!
done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta outprice some y'all. Snake eyes and thanks for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I'm working the ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the balls, I'm flipping the all record, I still count wins when they got it. All record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. All record deals. Tell them Chuck and Colin for the quote. All record, I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account.
Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it?
Whatever. Okay.
All business
He's a quick
assets.
study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
You're. I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Hanging out and enjoying the outdoors.
So come join us at the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where every day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and make your mark on the world. We can't wait to welcome you into our hive. Go Yellow Jackets!
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another season of Yellow Jacket Men's Soccer here on Yellow Jacket TV. Welcome to our debut broadcast for the 2025-2026 academic and athletic season. We hope you'll join us for Yellow Jacket Athletics throughout the season. Men's soccer leading off here in the 2025-2026 broadcast season here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium, taking on the Luther Norse in the season opener for both teams. This is Matt Johnson alongside my producer Evan Ludwig, coming to you from a Sunsplash SCCCU field here in Superior, where the Yellow Jackets coming off of a historic season a year ago, while the Norse coming off of a conference title a year ago as well. The Yellow Jackets last season under head coach Joe Mooney, who now enters his 18th season at the helm of the Yellow Jacket program, went 18-4-3 in 2024, a perfect 14-0 in the UMAC, and they are ranked number 12 in the United Soccer Coaches Division III preseason national poll that was released on July 31st, while also picking up the, it seems like annual now, first place nod from the UMAC preseason coaches poll that was released on August 26th. Last season, the Yellow Jackets had a historic run as the program claimed its 7th straight UMAC regular season title, 8th straight UMAC tournament title, and advanced to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament for the first time in program history. Along the way, the Yellow Jackets led the nation in several statistical categories, netting a program record 118 goals while leading the nation in goals per game at 4.72, points per game at 12.64, total goals scored with that 118, shots per game at 24.3, shots on goal per game at 13.4, total points at 316, and in goal differential, a mind-boggling plus 99 for the Yellow Jackets last season. It's hard to kind of wrap your head around that number, but that was where the Yellow Jackets placed last year. Meanwhile, individually, Superior native Jay Kidd, who returns for his senior season here in 2025 for Coach Mooney and company, finished second in the nation in goal scoring with 24 goals, while 5 UWS players were honored with all-region honors by the United Soccer Coaches. So, by all accounts, it was quite the season, and historic one indeed for the Yellow Jacket men. This season, the Yellow Jackets lose several key members of that squad heading into 2025. Altogether, the Yellow Jackets graduated 14 seniors from last season's squad, including all-region honorees Alex Paredes, Josh Bellamy, and Harry Ambler. Fortunately for the Yellow Jackets, UWS brings back several key pieces from last year's squad as well, including the aforementioned Jay Kidd, who was the UMAC's Offensive Player of the Year last season. Along with Kidd, the Yellow Jackets return another all-region performer in Freddie Watson, who netted 11 goals and added 9 assists in 2024. Sophomore Kyle Massingham is also back after scoring 8 goals and adding 7 assists last season in the off-the-bench role for the Yellow Jackets. Additionally, UWS returns 8 players that appeared in at least 16 games last season, so the cupboard is hardly bare despite the 15 seniors that have moved on for Coach Mooney and company. On top of that, UWS welcomes 15 newcomers in the program, including Division II transfer Taylor Moore from Montana State Billings. Add it all up, and expectations are understandably high again for the Yellow Jackets here in 2025. Meanwhile, Luther comes into the season opener coming off of a campaign in which they went 8-4-6 overall and 6-1-1 in the American Rivers Conference under Chris Garcia-Prats, who's in his 18th season at the helm of the Norse program. They were regular season champions of the American Rivers for the 4th time under Garcia-Prats' leadership before bowing out in the conference tournament with a shootout loss to Nebraska Wesleyan in the semifinal round in a game that was played back on November 6th of 2024. Like UWS, the Norse have some notable players to replace from last season's squad. Offensively, Luther loses their top 2 point producers from last season, including Javier Pastor Valls, who scored 11 goals and added 5 assists in 2024. The Norse must also replace their starting keeper from last season named Jack Bell, who appeared in 18 games while logging close to 1,600 minutes in goal for Luther last season. The Norse, however, do return several veterans from last season's squad, led by Francesco Mungari, who appeared in all 18 games for Luther last season while netting 6 goals to go along with 3 assists. Enzo Militari also returns after netting 5 goals last season. Defensively, the Norse returns some key cogs as well as Eli Lehman and Hugo Zedig. Both appeared in 16 games for the Norse in 2024. Altogether, the Norse bring back 9 players who made at least 11 appearances in 2024, so there are plenty of veterans in the squad for Coach Chris Garcia-Prats as well. The Norse were also picked to finish second in the American Rivers annual coaches poll that was released on August 20th, garnering 59 points in the poll to place behind preseason favorites Wartburg, who picked up 63 points to be named the conference preseason favorites. So that's the story here. Some changes in the win for both the Yellow Jackets and the Norse heading into this season opener here between the Yellow Jackets and Luther. And with that being the case, we'll take a quick break, take a couple minutes of off-the-air time here before we come back and throw things down to the field where our public address announcer, Ryan Castaneda, will introduce the two teams. We'll have the playing of the national anthem and then the opening kick of the season opener between the Yellow Jackets, number 12 ranked team in the country in the preseason poll, and their opponents today, Luther College, the Norse, coming up from Iowa. That'll be coming up in a couple minutes. This is UWS Men's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. So the national anthem has been played. The two teams have been introduced by our public address announcer here at SCCU Stadium, Ryan Castaneda, and we're moments away from getting the season opener between the Yellow Jackets and the Luther College Norse underway here. Matt Johnson alongside my production engineer Evan Ludwig here under sunny skies here in Superior. Temperatures in the mid-60s. Might get up to 70 before we go off the air. You never know. And we'll keep an eye on that, of course. Slight breeze as well, by the way, blowing from left to right on the field level as I was able to walk the pitch before the opening kick today. So very pleasant conditions for a season opener between these two teams. A couple of series notes about the all-time series between these two. They have not met since the 2019 season. In fact, that meeting took place on November 17th of that 2019 calendar year. In the second round of the NCAA tournament that was played in Decorah, Iowa, hosted by Luther College. In that contest, the Norse edged the Yellow Jackets in a penalty shootout to advance to the Sweet 16 after the two sides played to a 1-1 double overtime draw. All time, the Norse are 4-0-1 against the Yellow Jackets, with their last meeting here in Superior taking place way back on September 2nd of 2018. That was a 2-0 Luther victory over the Yellow Jackets. So it's been a while since these two teams met up here, but they will break that 6-year streak here today as the two teams, like I said, getting ready to play this one. The Yellow Jackets brand new home jerseys this season, with the gold and gray going from right to left here in this opening 45 minutes, while the Norse in their traveling navy blue and black will be going from left to right in this opening half of action. Stick around, by the way. This is game 1 of 2 on the day. We'll have the women will make their 2025 debut under new head coach Nick Piazza. That'll take place about 6 o'clock. Our pregame at about 5:45 as the Yellow Jackets take on Gustavus Adolphus in non-conference action. Again, the Yellow Jackets taking on Gustavus Adolphus here in their opener, the women. That is at 6 o'clock, so stick around for that. As we just await now the breaking of the huddle by the Yellow Jackets. Off to the right here, UWS preseason number 12 in the preseason United Soccer Coaches Poll that came out a few weeks ago. By virtue of that Sweet 16 run the Yellow Jackets made last season. We'll keep an eye on the Yellow Jackets number 34, Jake Kidd. 24 goals last season, second in the nation in scoring was the Superior native. One of the seniors on this Yellow Jacket team. He's number 34 in gray and yellow. Yellow Jackets scored 118 goals in 2024, gave up just 19, while Luther scored 46 and conceded 25 during their season. Opening kick is taken here by UWS, and we are underway. Thank you for joining us here. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Here's a quick ball into the 18. Bryce Bolt for the Yellow Jackets trying to bring that ball down. Jake Kidd was there as well, but the Norse able to clear back toward midfield. And we'll see how aggressive the two teams want to be. Yellow Jackets have played 2 exhibition games this season, one against St. Cloud State and one against Northern Michigan. I'm not sure that the Norse have played a official contest, or at least an exhibition game, heading into this one. So expect there will be some rust to knock off, maybe some nerves at the start of this one between the two teams. Luther, by the way, will be back in action on Sunday. They're making a 2-game swing of it. They'll be across the bridge taking on St. Scholastica on Sunday up at Saints Field in Duluth. In the meantime, here's a ball now coming across midfield. And Jake Kidd for the Yellow Jackets trying to turn and go, and that one will be knocked out of play. It'll be a throw here for the Yellow Jackets, and we have an injury to Enrique Lopez, senior from Madrid, Spain here, who took a knock from his opposite number in Jake Kidd. A couple of 34s coming together, and it'll be a throw here for the Yellow Jackets. Freddie Watson. And now he'll lay it off here for Rowan Wagner, who gets to start on the outside. Patrick Sessions, by the way, getting the starting goal for the Yellow Jackets, replacing longtime goalkeeper Alex Paredes, who used up his eligibility last year. As the throw comes in now to the 18, headed back up the middle and clear back toward midfield. Ben Lyman for the Yellow Jackets, skying that one with the right boot. Now Kidd trying to flick to the outside for Watson. It'll be headed away here by Lopez. It'll be a Yellow Jacket throw. Meanwhile, starting in goal here for Luther is Aitor Lopez, 6'4" senior from Madrid, Spain. Several Spaniards on this squad for Coach Chris Garcia Prats. Both teams replacing longtime goalkeepers last season. Paredes for the Yellow Jackets, Jack Bell, for the Norse as this ball comes into the 18. Ball bounding around now. Still hasn't been settled as of yet. And now the Norse trying to come near side with it. And will be slid out here by Rowan Wagner, trying to make the move. was David Barclays, 6'2 senior from Germany. And now the Norse will play it across midfield. Here is off the head of Ben Lyman coming forward. Bryce Bolt for the Yellow Jackets. Inside flick now Kyle Massingham. Trying to clip it over the top for Jay Kidd. Now Isaac Beckett, team captain this season for the Yellow Jackets, and he'll overhit that one outside for Watson. It'll be a throw coming up here for the Norse. Now here's Watson off the intercept, trying to play a ball forward for Bryce Bolt. Now this ball settled in the middle. Jay Kidd trying to step through. Here's Beckett trying to bring it down. And now the Norse will try to counter back. Long ball over midfield. Headed wide now by Lyman. Wagner now up the middle. This is Joseph Melinda being dispossessed. And now it's Jay Kidd for the Yellow Jackets, and it'll deflect out off of him. It'll be a throw now for Luther. Again, we'll see how aggressive the two teams are. We know the Yellow Jackets' style of play. Very aggressive, like to go up and down the field vertically whenever possible. Luther, a team, like I said, didn't score as many goals last year, just 46 for the Norse in their 18 games. So just a little over 2 a game. Yellow Jackets averaged more than 4.5 goals per contest last season. Here will be a foul now called on Alfie Hudd. It'll be a free kick here at an angle about 25 yards away from Patrick Sessions' goal to our right side. Sessions last year appeared in 7 games for the Yellow Jackets. Gave up 1 goal, made a couple of saves, went 2-0. And goals against average of 0.41, a save percentage of .667. And he will set up his defense here. Jackets graduating plenty from the back line here. That's one of the big questions entering 2025 for UWS. As on the free kick. Cleared away by Hood, back up the middle. And now the Norse will slow it down a little bit. All to the far side. And it'll go out of play, and it'll be a goal kick here for the Yellow Jackets. So the Yellow Jackets breaking in a new goalkeeper. Talked about Luther as well. Jack Bell last year played all 18 games. Well, Aitor Lopez played just 3 games last year, played 33 minutes. And didn't make a save. Didn't concede a goal last year. So like I said, 2 relatively fresh goalkeepers here in 2025. So both teams, like I said, replacing goalkeepers here in this one. And we're going to have a foul called now on Lopez as he's in the back of Jay Kidd off the goal kick from the aforementioned Patrick Sessions. Free kick for UWS. On the near side here, just below my broadcast location here in Superior. I hope you're enjoying this Friday, Labor Day weekend here in the United States. Standing over this one now for the Yellow Jackets. Jacob Wiles. Free ball comes in. And Albanor is turning on the counterattack. And Enzo Mitidiari gets taken down now right near midfield as the Norse try to counter back. Free kick now for Luther. And they'll play it short now to the far side. Luther, a team that has made the NCAA tournament on a regular basis. Now this ball comes in. We'll have an offside called far side. Our first offside whistle of the game. Comes about 6 minutes into this opening half. And a free kick now for the Yellow Jackets. Jacob Wiles getting to start in the middle. For UWS. Spent the summer playing for Duluth FC across the bridge in the MPSL. One of a couple of Yellow Jackets that saw time with the Blue Greens during the summer season. Sessions will give this ball a ride. Flick forward now by Massingham. Flick back toward midfield, and it'll go out of play. It should be a throw now for the Yellow Jackets, and it will be right in front of their own bench across the way. Along with women's soccer being in action today. It's also opening day for women's volleyball. They'll be playing a couple matches down in Ripon, and this ball now will go out of play off of Bryce Bolt. It'll be a free kick. for Aitor Lopez. And we'll play it short now to the outside. Now this ball forward, and another offside as the flag goes up near side, this time against Enrique Lopez. Ron Wagner will put it in play now for UWS. Back for Jacob Wiles. Wagner now trying to switch the field. Lyman stepping forward. Now Bryce Bolt checking back for the Yellow Jackets, trying to turn. Massingham. Joel Thomas now on the outside. Playing it on now for Massingham. Kyle Massingham, who had 8 goals and 7 assists in his rookie campaign for the Jackets, gets dispossessed there. Now ball bounding around on the far side. Francesco Mungari coming out of there now for the Norse. He'll play it to the far side. Now left-footed cross, and that one will be blocked away. That one taken by Miditiari. And it'll be a corner kick. First of the game now for the Norse. Up on the far side, looks like it'll be Barclays that'll come over and take it. Couple players standing over this one now for the Norse as they bunch in the middle of the Yellow Jackets 18. Bending ball comes in, flicked through the middle, right through the 6. And it'll run out of real estate. And a goal kick now coming up here for Sessions. Sessions now in his senior season out of Brighton, England. We'll put this one in play for the Yellow Jackets. No score as of yet. Again, thank you for joining us here under sunny skies. Couldn't really ask for much better conditions at this time of year for a college soccer match, especially a season opener between two expected to be very good squads this season. This one now flicked out of play. Off the head of Lopez. It'll be a throw coming up near side. Rowan Wagner will take it for the Jackets. Throw comes in. Beckett gets piled into from behind now by Lopez. He's had a couple of challenges so far that have been whistled on fouls, and now we'll have a free kick for the Yellow Jackets. Freddie Watson standing over this one of the all-region returners for the Yellow Jackets. He alongside Jake Kidd, the two returning all-region performers for UWS last year, stands over this one on the left foot. And he'll fly it in. Lopez, Aitor Lopez at 6'4", going up to reach that one rather comfortably. And he'll hold on to it here. Mwinga will now go all the way back. High press now by the Yellow Jackets. This ball over the top, and Wagner for the Yellow Jackets now will track back. And now nearly turned over, and they are going to say that it was Beckett who got the last touch on that one. So a throw coming up here now for the Norse. It'll be taken by Lopez. Through the middle now. Intercepting for UWS was Massingham. He gets stripped of the ball, though. Miditiari, Brazilian, making the defensive play there for the Norse. And now on the outside, crossing ball into the 18. Turned back now by UWS's Freddie Watson. Jay Kidd. Now it's Barclays. Alfie Hudd for the Yellow Jackets. Now turned over as he tried to send it to the outside. Picked off by Melinda. Throw coming up now near side. The throw comes in. Paulo Mercante. His ball through the middle. Now Barclays, his ball to the outside picked off. A lot of interceptions here so far. Not surprising for the first official game of the year. Now the Norse breaking in far side, and that one will be out of play. Joel Thomas will give way for the throw now. Ben Lyman for the Yellow Jackets. One of 2 starters from Exeter, England in the starting 11 for the Yellow Jackets here this afternoon. And he'll give it a toss in. Had to be settled. Now sent in deep. Lopez off of his line. Now we'll play it wide. Now Lopez. His touch a little bit off, trying to break it forward. He's looking for David Barclays. Intercepted by the Yellow Jackets, and now they'll set up. Here's Rowan Wagner. Freddie Watson. Playing it over the top, looking for Bryce Bolt. Now Bolt with a couple of Norse players around him. And I think that'll be our first yellow card, and it's a good call. Bryce Bolt catching Paulo Mercante after he lost possession from behind. No arguments with that one. That one coming with 31:27 remaining in the half. First card of the season to Bryce Bolt. And a free kick coming up now for the Norse. It'll be taken by Mercante. Hud trying to bring that one down. Now ball flicked forward, and running this one down and letting it go, I think, will be Wagner. Goal kick here coming up for Sessions. Been pretty conservative here so far between the two sides. Playing each other between the vest here, or close to the vest both ways. Lyman's ball now for Jake Kidd. Now here's Beckett. Sending it wide now. Freddie Watson on the left foot. Bending it to the outside. Both playing on the yellow card. Has to be careful. And now the Norse breaking back the other direction. And now a potential opportunity here is coming in. Was Mungari. And we're going to have a penalty kick call here. As the clock will stop. 30-20. And so Luther has a chance to break out ahead here. And see who steps up. A couple of returners from last year that scored a lot of goals for Luther. Talked about Mungari with his 6 goals. Miditieri with 5 goals last season. And it looks like it's going to be Miditieri that's going to get the opportunity here to put the Norse ahead. It's a foul inside the box here against the Yellow Jackets. UWS a little bit sloppy in the back on the clearances, and a chance for Luther to break out on top. And as the senior from Sao Paulo in Brazil for Luther will step up here. And he puts it in the side netting. And the Norse go ahead 1-0. Well placed. Went to the side netting. Caught Sessions going the wrong direction. The Yellow Jackets going to have to come from behind here as they trail 1-0 here. With 30 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the opening half. So a little bit of adversity to start the campaign here for UW Superior. Enzo Mididiari draws the penalty kick, deposits in the right side corner around Patrick Sessions. And that's our first goal of the campaign. 1-0. As now the ball comes back into the 18 for Lopez. Heitor Lopez playing it forward. Now here's Freddie Watson trying to bring the ball down. Now Enrique Lopez goes all the way back. Paulo Mercante back for the other Lopez. Matthew Sale now. Jackets, by the way, have gone to the bench. They brought in as this ball pops up into the air, and it'll be grabbed by Lopez. Harvey McLaughlin has come in now to replace Bryce Bolt, who got that yellow card about a minute and a half before the goal off the penalty kick by the Norse's Mitatieri. And now to the outside. Mungard will go all the way back. Melinda now will go near side. Here's Sales ball forward. Ben Lyman off with his pass for Jake Kidd to the outside. Now cleared far side. Now throw coming up for Luther. Now Luther again coming in, looking for a second perhaps. Ball through the middle. That one will be cleared away by Wiles. Massingham. Now comes near side for Enrique Lopez. Lopez getting around Watson. Nice tackle by Watson for the Jackets, and now into the middle. McLaughlin. Now Jacob Wiles for UW Superior. McLaughlin now checking back. Here's Beckett. Wagner for the Yellow Jackets. His ball forward, and then it'll be cleared away by Lopez. WS really hasn't been able to get much possession in terms of in the final third here. Luther has looked pretty good, though, in possession thus far. They've looked pretty composed. And the well-earned penalty kick goal to lead it 1-0. Now here's Massingham trying to trigger Jake Kidd, and that one will be tackled away by Lopez. Throw coming up now for the Yellow Jackets. Watson, McLaughlin now for the Yellow Jackets. On the right foot, crosses it in, and Lopez will go down and smother that one. Heitor Lopez taking no chances. Now distributes to the near side for Paulo Mercante. Well, they're playing very patiently here so far. Now it's Mercante. Near side for Sale, Matthew Sale. Elliot Lindbergh now for Luther. Alfie Hudd. Jackets right now struggling to find outlets from their own end. Credit to Luther North defensively for that, though. Playing well here so far. Now ball clipped over the top for Barclays. I think the tackle there was Wagner for the Yellow Jackets. Enrique Lopez now in the middle. Here's Kyle Massingham. For Joel Thomas on the far side. Rowan Wagner now for the Yellow Jackets. Near side here is Freddie Watson. Watson now. And we're going to have a foul called here as into the back was Barclays. And team captain Isaac Beckett. It'll be a free kick now for the Yellow Jackets, taken quickly here. Pretty rusty for the Yellow Jackets so far. Luther, though, looked pretty good thus far this first about 21, 22 minutes. Leading at 1-0 if you're just joining us. The goal from the penalty spot. 30 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Enzo Miditiari, they have Sao Paulo, Brazil, with his first goal from the spot after a whistle against the Yellow Jackets defensively. Tucking one in the side netting around Patrick Sessions, the starting goalkeeper for the Yellow Jackets, and that's where we stand. 1-0 as we approach the midway point of this opening half. Enrique Lopez off the throw, and for Lindbergh, now back for Aitor Lopez. His ball forward now cut off. Alfie Hudd for the Yellow Jackets. Beckett. Touch behind the intended recipient, that being Harvey McLaughlin, and now will come all the way back for the goalkeeper Lopez, who will play it out. Sends it far side now. Lindbergh. Moving a ball to the far side now for Will Elias. Ben Lyman taking it back. Now McLaughlin for the Yellow Jackets, turning on the right foot. Harvey McLaughlin. Ben Lyman in the middle now, Alfie Hudd. Hudd for the Yellow Jackets. McLaughlin. Now for Wiles, and the Jackets will switch it near side now for Rowan Wagner. Freddie Watson, who hasn't had much impact thus far in the game, gets dispossessed there. And now Lopez will send it back for Mercante. Lopez's ball over the top, looking for Enrique Lopez. Nice tackle there by Watson. Again, these balls, these outlets for the Yellow Jackets not to feet. The Norse able to take possession and hold on to it here. Now on the outside, Niels Mortensen to the outside. Now Mercanti switching it to the far side. Wiles send it forward and right back to feet for the Luther College Norse, who lead at 1-0. Turning it now is Lindbergh. And now here's Jake Kidd off of a turnover. Jake Kidd coming in on an angle. And that ball knocked away on a legal play. Good job there by Lopez. Kidd with a heavy touch. Probably the best opportunity the Jackets have had so far, but Kidd's heavy touch allowed Aitor Lopez to smother that ball. And we play on at 1-0. Mercante now will go all the way back for Lopez in goal again. Hasn't had much to do so far. Number 1 in goal here for the Norse. Now ball hit over the top. Here's Wiles for the Yellow Jackets trying to head it down. Hudd for the Yellow Jackets. Freddie Watson. And played out now off the right foot of Miditiari, the goal scorer. Looks like both teams now are going to make substitutions here. 25 minutes in this opening half. Looks like Alfie Hutt is going to give way here for the Yellow Jackets. Orlando Fertelman going to check in for the first time. Well, Zane Mawatikiwawa will come in here. For Luther. There's Fertelman's first touch for UWS. Beckett trying to flick it through, and it'll go out of play, and we'll have a throw here coming up for the Yellow Jackets. It'll be taken now by Watson. Freddie Watson. Beckett for the Yellow Jackets trying to turn. That one will go out of play, and it'll be a throw now coming up for Luther. And another substitution now. Moa Tikawa, by the way, 5'11" sophomore from Nairobi, Kenya, coming into the contest. And now another substitution as it looks like Barclays is going to check out. And checking in for the first time, Paul Mengi here for Luther. Meantime, now a ball over the top, and it'll be cleared far side. Mungari now bringing it down, flipping it over the top. Lyman for the Yellow Jackets. Beckett toward midfield now. Jake Kidd. Try to release McLaughlin on the overlap. Good defensive play that time by Melinda. Now Fertelman for the Yellow Jackets. Rowan Wagner. Freddie Watson. Wiles for the Jackets now. Ben Lyman. For Joel Thomas, right side. Lyman. Ivan McLaughlin. And UWS now will switch it for Rowan Wagner. Wagner. Watson for the Jackets on the left foot. Bending a ball now for Kidd. Overhit it. Conte playing it back now for Lopez. And good pressure that time by Kidd defensively. Forcing Lindbergh to play it out for a Jacket throw. Now here's Fertelman. Rowan Wagner. Hitting a ball near side. Watson now. Kyle Massingham. McLaughlin back now for Wagner. Here's Massingham now turning. Far side now Joel Thomas. Beckett. Trying to clip it in the middle, looking for Kidd. Back toward the edge of the 18. Now it's Watson for the Yellow Jackets. First time the Jackets have been in this deep for a while, and now it'll be tackled out by Mawa Tikawa, and it'll be a corner kick for the Jackets, their first of the match. Comes with just over a quarter of an hour remaining in this opening 45 minutes. 1-0 your score. UWS right now with 6 players in the 18. Fertelman's bending ball comes in. It's right to Lopez, and he'll hold on to it. And now he'll take his time getting forward. Now distributes to the far side of the field. Melinda now. Near side, Mercante coming forward toward the midfield stripe. Takawa, playing it back. Here's Mungari now. Francesco Mungari, the Italian, coming in, edge of the Yellow Jacket 18. Takes it in deep. Trying to cross it to the 6, and it'll go out of play, and it'll be a corner kick here coming up. They found some space on that left side several times in this first half, have the Norse. We'll see what kind of adjustments UWS makes at the mid-game break. In the meantime, we will have a corner kick now. Far side corner flag here for the Norse. Right-footed bending ball comes into the 6, rising up. Mercante now backside. Crossing it back up. Headed toward goal. Still on the way, and it's off the post. Sessions able to get to it there. And the Norse with that very close to making it a 2-0 contest. And now substitutions here for Luther. Those substitutions to you in a minute. In the meantime, it'll be a throw near sideline here for Lopez. That last look by Elias. I thought it was ticketed for the back of the net. Hit the post and then stayed out. Sessions able to dive to his left to keep it out. Here's Fertelman now, and we're going to have a foul call now on Moa Tikawa. It'll be a free kick for the Jackets. Quickly taken. Here's McLaughlin now. Far side, here's Ben Lyman. Now a turnover. Jackets have turned it over a lot here in this first half, especially on this end of the field, and it's created problems. The foot across into the 6 now. Mengi trying to turn with it right up the middle. Here's a shot attempt. That one popped up in the air. And it was taken by Mortensen, and now the Jackets clearing it near side. Enrique Lopez. Freddie Watson able to take it away on the nice defensive play of McLaughlin. Fertelman. Lyman now for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Massingham. Now Beckett trying to clip it up over the top, and it'll go out of play. And the passing has just not been there for the Yellow Jackets here so far. I think there's been too many touches thus far. They play a little bit quicker than they have been. Too many extra touches slowing up the progress for the Jackets. Meanwhile, a lot of good stuff so far from Luther in terms of 1- and 2-touch passing. Been able to find a lot of room up that left side. And now a throw coming here for Lyman as he tosses in now for Orlando Fertelman. Fertelman, Rowan Wagner. Freddie Watson now. Beckett for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to switch it far side. Joel Thomas for the Yellow Jackets. Joel Thomas now stepping inside. Gets a shot away with the left foot. And sends it over the top with the attempt there for UWS. Not a lot of penetration in the 18 like we said so far. Goal kick here coming up for Lopez. We'll have a substitution now with 11 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the opening half. Season opener between these two teams. As Aitor Lopez now plays it in. The substitute, by the way, Theo Cornell, 5'10 sophomore from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now Fertelman for the Yellow Jackets. Jacob Wiles. Now McLaughlin coming forward. Sends it outside now. Freddie Watson. Watson now running at Lopez. McLaughlin back for Watson. Watson edge of the 18 and will be tackled out. And on a corner kick now for UWS. Second corner kick of the opening half. Kyle Massingham will come over and take it. And the Jackets Right now, 3 players top of the 18, 2 near the 6. And the corner kick from Massingham, bending near post. Probably wants that one back. Now here's Fertelman. Ball coming forward. I need Luckner in there also for the first time. For Luther as Sessions plays it near side. Wagner. Freddie Watson for UW Superior. McLaughlin. Ben Lyman now on the outside. Joel Thomas. Now Beckett. Wiles for the Yellow Jackets. Rowan Wagner. Probably the best spell of possession we've seen from the Yellow Jackets here in this opening 45 minutes. Luther's had the lion's share of the possession. Had the better scoring chances so far as well in the first half, and a deserved 1-0 lead. Enzo Miditiari with the lone goal here so far, that coming from the penalty spot with 30 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. And that's where we stood ever since, as we now have 8 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Luther leading at 1-0. Beautifully played ball over the top there, and now here's an opportunity for the Norse coming forward. Top of the 18, Mengi with the shot attempt. That one's off the post, rebound, and it's out of play, and actually they're going to say offside on the call here against the Norse. But Mengi, the freshman from Berlin, Germany, had a good look there at the bottom of the left side post, and a couple of posts now for the Norse. Otherwise, they might be ahead by multiple goals at this point. So UWS living a bit dangerously here. Nevertheless, it remains 1-0 as here's Jacob Wiles. Laughlin now back. Here's Lyman. Ball easily headed forward now by Enrique Lopez, and now Sessions will come back and grab that one. Now turned over by Watson. Jackets have just looked a little bit flat-footed against this Luther defense. I said, impressive first half by the Norse defensively. Especially considering the numbers the Jackets put up offensively a year ago. Of course, a lot of players from that squad using up their eligibility. So this left-footed ball comes in. Wiles will head it wide. And now we'll go out of play. We'll have a throw here coming up. And the Yellow Jackets going to make a couple substitutions here. And as our Norris, Luther also has substituted quite a bit more than the Yellow Jackets. That's rare to see. Coach Joe Mooney, as you've seen in the past, likes to rotate his lineup. Yellow Jacket debut now for Taylor Moore, number 9 in gold. Mentioned him in our pregame comments. Senior transfer from Division II, Montana State Billings. Coming in here now with 6.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Also checking in first time Seth Davidson for the Yellow Jackets. Freshman from Sartell, Minnesota. The ball through the middle now. They got knocked up into the air. And now Luther, as they have throughout this first half, going to take possession and knock it around a bit. Done a good job of building from the back. Lindbergh now. Clipping it over the top, and that'll sail into the Luther bench. It'll be a throw here for the Yellow Jackets. Reminder at halftime, by the way, we'll have our first half summary, a look at the first half stats. We'll also give you a Yellow Jacket sports summary. As I mentioned, women's soccer in Game 2 of our doubleheader will open up tonight against Gustavus on this same field. That game starting at 6. Women's volleyball also starting their season tonight. Down in Ripon, Wisconsin with a couple of matches. Also talk about Men's and women's golf and men's and women's cross country as well at the half. All that coming up in a little over 5 minutes. In the meantime, now the Jackets playing on their own end of the field. Here's Rowan Wagner. Another turnover. Theo Cornell now, and his ball through the right side, overhit. Looking for Ethan Lemoyne. And a quick restart now from Patrick Sessions, who's looked good for the Yellow Jackets in goal so far. It's been helped out by a couple of posts. Couldn't really do anything on the penalty kick goal. But overall, pretty good start for the senior from Brighton, England. The Jackets do have some work to do, though. Kind of clean up their passing a bit. Got to figure out how not to turn the ball over on the outlets as well, as Luther's done a nice job balling the Yellow Jackets up, especially when they've been trying to break out of their own end of the field. Mercante now for the Norse. Lopez had to go past him. And now this one will go out for another goal kick here. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining, opening half. Sessions on the restart now. Lyman. There's another turnover. All ball in the 18. Dangerous here. Mengi coming in, and now the flag is up. Another offside. That's about the only area the Norse really haven't controlled here in this opening half. Had quite a few offside whistles against them, but small consolation for the Jackets. Now here's another turnover. And this shot comes in. Save is going to be made. That one off the right foot of Zane Mawatikawa. Again, too many turnovers for the Yellow Jackets. Cheap giveaways in their own end of the field, and it's made life difficult here through this first 42-plus minutes for UWS. Ball now near side. Here's Wagner. Watson has had a quiet first half. Has a tackle out of play. It'll be a throw now for the Jackets. Watson wants to go quickly. Here's McLaughlin. Now Wiles for the Yellow Jackets. Does well to pick up McLaughlin. Now here's the ball into space. Here's Moore coming in. Taylor Moore coming across. Gets a shot away. That one's blocked. Now McLaughlin. And a dribble through a couple of sets of feet. Lost the handle on it. Now Fertelman will touch it back. Here's Beckett. Wiles for the Yellow Jackets. Wiles. For Ben Lyman. Now it's Orlando Fertelman. Now well-played ball now for McLaughlin into the corner. McLaughlin. Nice little move there. Flips it back post. Moore trying to get there, and it'll be tackled out just before it gets to him. And a nice defensive play by Lopez. Got Taylor Moore, the Division II transfer, already making an impact here coming on the last 5 or 6 minutes of this opening half. And the Jackets have their third corner kick of the half. It'll be McLaughlin to take this one. UWS going to bunch in front of Aitor Lopez's goal line here. About 60 Yellow Jackets in there. Now coming short, here's Fertelman. Fertelman, low. Hard cross comes in. That one was cleared away now by the Norse. Leichner now. Takes it off the foot of Fertelman, who wants a foul call. None forthcoming. Now Mengi's ball across as we go under a minute remaining in the half. Lyman. Now playing it to the outside. And a foul going to be called here against the Yellow Jackets. Alec Pyra, 5'11" freshman from Richmond, England, came in as a substitute. And with 23 seconds remaining in the half, it'll be a free kick here for the Norse. Unless something drastic happens here, looks like it'll be a 1-0 score at the break here. 15 seconds remaining. Elliot Lindbergh will take it here for Luther. Cleared near side. Cleared out now off the foot of Mawatikawa, and that is how the opening 45 minutes of the 2025 season will come to a close. A lot for the Yellow Jackets to think about. A lone goal in that first 45 minutes coming from the penalty spot. 30 minutes and 20 seconds left. Enzo Miditieri slotting one on the right side, netting around Yellow Jacket starting keeper Patrick Sessions following a foul in the Yellow Jacket 18-yard area. And that's where we stand at the break. A well-earned opening goal for the Norse, and a well-earned 1-0 lead for Luther as we head into the intermission. Your score at the break, Luther 1, Yellow Jackets nothing. We'll take a quick break and come back with our first half summary and look at the first half stats right after this. This is UWS Men's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMass Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Halftime of the season opener between the Yellow Jackets and Luther, and it is 1-0 in favor of the Norse. After 45 minutes of play, recapping the scoring in that first half. Just the one goal, as I mentioned, that coming off the right foot of the native of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Enzo Mididieri. After a foul was called on the Yellow Jackets in the box in the first 15 minutes. Mididieri, who is the leading returning scorer from last season for Norse, who scored 6 goals, had 3 assists last season, stepped up to the penalty spot and calmly deposited the shot into the right side, netting around Yellow Jacket starting keeper Patrick Sessions, and that's where we stand at the break. Your score: the Luther Norse 1, the Yellow Jackets nothing. Shots in that first half, Luther holding a decided advantage there as well. 7-3 in total shot attempts, including 3-1 in shots on goal. Yellow Jackets did have 3 corner kicks to Luther's 2, and the lone yellow card in that opening half was awarded to the Yellow Jackets' Bryce Bolt, that coming in the first 14 minutes of play. A total of 8 fouls were called in the opening half. 4 offside whistled against Luther. That's about the only area, like I said, that the North struggled in somewhat. 2 saves in that opening half for the Yellow Jackets' Patrick Sessions, while Aitor Lopez, the starting keeper for the Norse, made 1 save. And those are your numbers 45 minutes into this one. Tough first half for the Yellow Jackets. Had a hard time breaking out of their own zone. Own end of the field, excuse me. In their own third of the field, the Yellow Jackets had a lot of turnovers. In fact, the turnover that led to the penalty that was called in the 18-yard area that led to the Norse goal. And the Yellow Jackets, quite honestly, probably fortunate not to be down by more. A couple of posts hit in that first half as well by Luther players. One by Paul Mengi and the other by Will Elias. Both those coming after the opening goal by Mididieri. But to say the Yellow Jackets struggled in that opening half would be an understatement. Luther has this game right while they want it, as they lead at 1-0 and more than a 2-1 edge in shots on goal at 7-3 here, 45 minutes into this one. So plenty of work for the Yellow Jackets to do. And we'll see what this next 45 minutes of play brings after some halftime adjustments by both coaches in this one. So 1-0 your score. We'll take another quick break and then come back with a Yellow Jacket sports summary right after this. This is UWS Men's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here. Halftime rolling on here in the season opener between the Yellow Jackets and the Luther College Norse. And with about the last 4 minutes, 45 seconds we have before the start of half number 2, we'll give you a quick Yellow Jacket sports summary. Women's soccer will be playing game 2 of our doubleheader here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Finished last season at 15-7-1 overall, 11-1 in the UMAC. It's a brand new era for the women's soccer team, as they will play their first game in the direction of new head coach Nick Piazza. EWS had another standout season in 2024, claiming both the UMAC regular season and tournament titles for the 4th consecutive season. The Jackets went on to play MIAC champions Carleton College to a scoreless draw through 120 minutes in the opening round of the in-state tournament before falling to the Knights in penalty kicks to end their season. Since then, though, both former head coach Alison DeGroat and 12 seniors have left the program, including the program's top 2 all-time scorers in Nia Wilson and Maya Holmquist. So there's plenty of change for the Yellow Jacket women, and we'll see the new look Yellow Jackets in game 2 as they take on Gustavus Adolphus and their first game here of the 2025 campaign. 6 p.m. the opening kick here at SCCU Stadium, 5:45 the pregame with yours truly here on Yellow Jacket TV. Volleyball also beginning their season today. They finished 24-8 overall in 2024, 12-2 in the UMAC, and they recently were picked second in the annual UMAC preseason coaches poll released on August 27th. They're opening their season tonight at the Ripon College Classic by taking on St. Mary's at 5 p.m. before closing out the day by taking on Aurora starting at 7 p.m. They'll next be at home, will the Yellow Jacket women, on Friday, September 19th against Concordia Moorhead in Augsburg as part of the annual Singer Classic at Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium to our right. Game times against the Cobbers and Aggies, by the way, are set for 3 and 7 p.m. respectively. We'll have those games. Meanwhile, here on Yellow Jacket TV. Men's and women's golf, both teams open their respective seasons this weekend, with the men opening their campaign at the 2-day Augsburg Fall Invite hosted by Augsburg at the Majestic Oaks Golf Club in Ham Lake, Minnesota, while the women open their season at the 2-day Falcon Invite hosted by UW River Falls at the River Falls Golf Club in River Falls. Action begins for both teams on Saturday, with play continuing in both locations on Sunday. Both teams will be home for the one and only time during the fall for the Twin Ports Collegiate, on Saturday, September 6th, down the road at Namaji Golf Course here in Superior. And last but not least, men's and women's cross country. The men were picked to win their 8th UMAC conference title, while the women were picked to finish second in their respective preseason coaches polls that were released on August 21st and 22nd, respectively. Both teams will open their season at the Tony St. Pierre Invite hosted by St. John's and St. Benedict at Boulder Ridge Golf Club in St. Cloud, Minnesota on Friday, September 5th. Both races are slated for a 6:45 p.m. start time. So that's your quick Yellow Jacket summary here before we close out our halftime programming. We have about a minute and a half before the start of the second half of the season opener between the Yellow Jackets and the Norse. And with that being the case, we'll take one more quick audio break and come back with the second 45 minutes between UW Superior and Luther. That's coming up in about a minute and a half. This is Yellow Jacket Men's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson alongside my producer and engineer, Evan Ludwig, back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium, getting ready for the start of the second half of this season opener between the Yellow Jackets and Luther. Quick reminder, our next broadcast, by the way, will be coming up on Thursday, September 4th against the number 7 ranked team in the preseason coaches poll, the UW Eau Claire Blue Gold. 7 p.m. the opening kick right here from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. 6:45 the pregame, and yours truly. That'll be a Yellow Jacket TV broadcast only here in Superior. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets will be going from left to right here in the second 45 minutes, while the Norse will be going from right to left. Let's see what kind of adjustments head coach Joe Mooney made at the break, looking for win number 230 in his Yellow Jacket coaching career. Meanwhile, Chris Garcia-Pratt's probably pretty pleased with his team at this point, leading at 1-0 and having outshot the Yellow Jackets 7-3 in the opening 45 minutes. So like I said, we'll see what kind of adjustments the two coaches made here during the 15-minute halftime intermission. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets, looks like they've made a couple of changes already. Adam Caffel looked like he was warming up for the Yellow Jackets with the starters in the second 45 minutes. 5'10" junior from London, England. Looks like they're going to move Caffel to the left side. Meanwhile, they're going to move Rowan Wagner to the right side. Jackets look like they're also going to switch up the formation a little bit here. Almost a 3-4-3 here for UWS to begin this second half. In the meantime, the Norse standing over it here at midfield will kick off to begin the second 45 minutes. We're still waiting the go-ahead from our center referee, and there it is. As the Norse will send it in deep to the left side of the field. Turning now, here's Harvey McLaughlin for UW Superior. And we have a player down now behind the play. That's Joseph Mulunduff here for New Luther. He is down, and now we will, as the ball goes out of play, have a whistle and a stoppage with 44:38 remaining in this one. Melinda, the 5'9" sophomore from Kampala, Uganda. Like he took maybe an elbow up near the head area. He is down right near midfield here. And a collision with Harvey McLaughlin, who is now going to come over and looks like can check on him. Live international players on this field. In fact, the vast majority of these players, like I said, international both ways. In fact, 9 of the starting 11 for Luther in this game were international players. The only local players, or somewhat local players, were Will Elias and Nels Mortensen. Elias from St. Peter, Minnesota, location of Gustavus Adolphus College, who we'll see in game number 2 of our doubleheader when the women take on the Gusties right here at SCCU Stadium. Mortensen, meanwhile, sophomore from Minneapolis, Minnesota, coming from my neck of the woods, went to Washburn High School. About 3 or 4 blocks from where I grew up, actually, in South Minneapolis. But the rest of the starting 11, all international players. Live international flavor, of course, for the Yellow Jackets as well. UWS today starting 6, 7, 8. 8 international players. The only exceptions for the Yellow Jackets: Rowan Wagner, the junior from McFarland, Wisconsin. Bryce Bolt from Wapaka, who has since left the game, and also Jake Kidd, of course, who is native right here in Superior. And after a slight intermission here, as well, Lindwa now is going to come off the field under his own power, so that's a good sign. We'll have a restart here. Again, 44:38 remaining on the clock. It'll be a throw here, or looks like maybe a drop ball. Typically, it's a drop ball in an injury situation. And there is the drop ball. So we'll restart play here. Still plenty of time in this one. 1-0 your score. Talks about that first half. Luther able to bottle up the Yellow Jackets pretty good coming out of their own end. Jackets had a lot of turnovers. There's Orlando Fertelman now for the Jackets, playing that ball forward. Now Isaac Beckett. Beckett now Joel Thomas near side. Playing it back now for Wagner. Now, Luther, nice job of creating turnovers in that first half as Massingham has his ball to the outside picked off. Luther hitting a couple of posts in that opening 45 minutes. Paul Mengi hitting one. Will Elias, the aforementioned Will Elias, hitting another post. That was after Miti Diari actually gave the Norse the lead on that penalty kick with 30 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the half. So this could be a lot worse. As it is right now, still just a one-goal contest. Here is Isaac Beckett now. He gets dispossessed from behind, but we're going to have a foul called on Mortensen. And it'll be a free kick now for the Yellow Jackets here as Beckett hit the deck. Isaac Beckett taking over as team captain here in 2025. As Caffel getting his first touch since coming in now. Playing on the left side. Now here's Orlando Fertelman, who came on as a reserve in that opening half. Outside, Rowan Wagner. Thomas now playing more of a wing position. That's his more natural position. And this ball now to the outside, and it'll be poked out of play, and it'll go off of the right foot of Matthew Sale. It'll be a throw here for the Jackets. Jacob Wiles. And triggered over the top. Second ball now brought down. Here's Beckett. Outside now, Joel Thomas. Thomas for the Yellow Jackets, dancing his way forward. Beckett laying it back now, Fertelman. And now Rowan Wagner. Fertelman for the Yellow Jackets. Caffel back for Wiles. And now Wiles will go all the way back for Sessions. Sessions, who had 2 saves in the first half for UWS. As this ball comes near side now, here's Thomas, and he'll lay it back now for Wagner. Harvey McLaughlin now. And UWS now to the far side with Caffel. Freddie Watson, who had a quiet opening 45. For Caffel, in the middle now, McLaughlin. Fertelman now. Here's Caffel. Caffel's left-footed ball. Picked off by Enrique Lopez for the Norse. Right at midfield now. Fertelman trying to settle. Now ball in the middle. Mortensen. Stringer it near side now. On the chase is Mungari. Francesco Mungari now trying to step inside, and it'll be knocked out of play. It should be a throw now for Luther. And it will be. It'll be taken here by Elias. Throw coming in, headed out by Wagner. Another throw here coming up. Wagner getting his head to it. Now Massingham. Popped it in the air off the right foot of Sale. Now ball forward. On the sprint now, here's Jay Kidd now coming in. He'll play it back now. Aitor Lopez will clear it away near side. Nice touch there with the inside of the boot by Elias. And now Sessions coming off of his line. We'll play it out of play near side. We'll have a throw coming up now for Luther. Talking about the Jackets being back in action this coming Thursday against UW Eau Claire. Norse, like I said, making a 2-game swing of it. They'll take tomorrow off, but they'll stay in the Twin Ports. They'll take on St. Scholastica, the Yellow Jackets' bridge rivals. On Sunday at Saints Field in Duluth, where they head back to Decorah, Iowa, the hometown of Luther College. Now Joel Thomas for the Jackets will play it back. Wiles continuing it on now. Here's Caffel. To the outside now, Watson. Freddie Watson's ball. Intercepted, headed up in the air. Now Caffel in the middle now looking for Fertelman. Orlando Fertelman. Watson now for the Yellow Jackets. Fertelman now on the overlap. Nice defensive play there by Lopez. Enrique Lopez has been pretty solid on the outside here for the Norse. Been impressed with him, the native of Madrid, Spain, as this ball now forward. And now tracking back. Caffel will play it all the way back for Sessions. Ball in the middle now, Massingham. Overcooked his touch through the middle, looking for Kidd. And now Aitor Lopez will take his time, playing it to his feet here. Mercante on the far side. Fertleman taking back now for UWS, but another turnover. Seen a lot of that here in this one. Tackled away now by Caffel, and now we're going to have a whistle. A stoppage. I think the referee got in the way of the ball. That was the problem there. Miti Diari. Standing next to the official. And now we'll have another drop ball. McLaughlin for the Yellow Jackets, back for Wiles. Fertleman. Wagner. Jay Kidd now heading it down. McLaughlin trying to bring it down. Caffel on the outside. Nice little flick there for Massingham. Now here's some room for Watson on the left side. Freddie Watson lifting across in, and that one dealt with by Lopez as he keeps it off of his goal line. He'll hold on to it here. Playing it short for Lindbergh. Now Lindbergh. Mortensen near side. No, long ball over the top. On the chase now is Mungari. Getting around Wiles. Mungari now on the right side. Coming through into the middle. Shot is saved by Sessions. Now coming up, here's another shot attempt. Still loose and now sent over the top. Skillful move that time by Francesco Mungari, the 6'2 sophomore from Rome, Italy, coming in. Played it right out in front. Micha Diari making a bid for his second goal of the game. Save was made by Sessions. Rebound was still there. A couple of whacks at it by the Norse. And eventually the follow-up attempt by Sale carries over the bar. But, boy, that was really nicely played there by the Norse, nearly making it 2-0. Jackets breathing a sigh of relief on that one. Now a turnover. McLaughlin handling it too much, and now it comes back in, and now Sessions. Fertleman now for the Yellow Jackets. To the outside now, here's Adam Caffel. Caffel now. Freddie Watson stepping inside. Beckett. Well played ball over the top. Looking for Jay Kidd. Kidd for the Yellow Jackets. And the foul going to be called here on Lopez. Free kick in a nice spot here for the Jackets. About 30 yards away from Aitor Lopez's goal to our right. 35-15 in time remaining. Second half. 1-0 your score. Luther probably feels like they should have been hard done by that score, by the way. Probably feeling they should be 2 or 3 up. Meantime, it'll be a free kick for the Jackets. Here's the ball coming in now. Lopez fumbles it. Ball still loose. Headed down and just wide. That was Joel Thomas on the second opportunity there. It's the first time we've seen Aitor Lopez struggle with the ball in the box. Been pretty clean until then. Thomas, the native of Cardiff, Wales, his header wide to the left. And now Lopez off the goal kick. Play it near side for Lindbergh. Now flick through. Here's Mungari again, playing it into space. Midatiari on the run. Well done there by Kaffel to track him back defensively. And now we'll have a throw coming up near side. It'll be taken by Elias. He goes quickly, stepping inside. Now here's Mortensen. And now will be a corner kick for the Norse. This will be their 4th of the game. Flex out off of a Yellow Jacket foot. And a near side flag here opportunity. Barclay's back in there, by the way. Here's the corner kick, bending in through the middle, headed away now by Beckett. Here's Watson and an opportunity to break here for the Yellow Jackets if they go quickly. And now played on the offside. Smart move there by Sale. Held up right at the midfield stripe, and that drew Jake Kidd offside. First offside whistle against UWS here this afternoon, and it'll be a free kick coming up here for the Norse. Mercante will take this one here for Luther. On your side, it's Elias. Mortensen able to hold off Beckett. Now deflection off the right foot of Cornell. Will go out of play. It'll be a throw here coming up for UWS. Thomas for Beckett. Coming back now, Mungari. And it'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets here coming up. Rowan Wagner, who has a big throw here for the Jackets. Been known for it over the years. Now we'll toss it in the corner. Here's Kidd. Flicked into the 18 now, off the right foot of Beckett. Thomas popping it in the air, and that'll be easy pickings for Aitor Lopez in his 6-yard area. He'll hold on here. 31-35 remaining. 1-0 remaining your score here. Goal coming way back in the first half at 30-20 mark. On the spot. It was Enzo Miti Diari who scored the goal. He's the one that drew that foul, by the way, on Jacob Wiles just now. It'll be a free kick now for the Norse. Taken by Mortensen. Argante's ball forward. McLaughlin now. Fertelman. Pop back up in the air as the Norse try to clear. Here is Beckett. Fertelman. And that one off the foot of Mungari. Throw for the Yellow Jackets. Thomas. Wagner. Fertelman heading it back now. Here's Wiles. Adam Kaffel. Lopez's ball up the middle, picked off now. Here's Beckett with the shot attempt, and that one rides high and wide. Not a bad idea there by Isaac Beckett. More than a quarter an hour into the second half. Still 1-0 in favor of Luther. As off the restart now, far side. Mercanti will go back now for Lopez in his own 6. Now a near turnover. And now the Jackets will turn it back. Joel Thomas into the 6. And we'll have an offside here against UWS. Luther displaying a very composed game here so far. Really haven't given the Yellow Jackets much space to work with here. Admittedly, the passing has been a little bit off. Not surprising for a season opener. Just a very intelligently played game here so far by the Norse. The Yellow Jackets, of course, having a bit of a mountain to climb here, down by a goal. Still plenty of time, 28 and a half minutes remaining, but Jackets haven't really been able to get into these 18 or the 6-yard area with any kind of consistency in this game. As Fertelman now touches it wide. Here's Freddie Watson. Massingham. Now Watson. Here's Jake Kidd now. Kidd now making a move to the left side. And Lopez able to track back defensively on him. He's been very solid at that left outside back position, has Enrique Lopez. And now a 2-car pileup over in the corner. And I think it'll result in a throw now here coming up for the Yellow Jackets. Looks like, are they going to call a foul or are they going to have Caffel take the throw? It looks like it'll be a throw. Adam Caffel for the Yellow Jackets, now in his junior season, will take it. Here's the throw coming up the middle. Stepping up, here's the shot attempt now with the left foot by Watson, and that one high and well wide. Now the North's going to make a couple more substitutions here, it looks like. Elias is going to give way here. He's coming back into the game. This is Ignacio Duenas, sophomore from Santiago, Chile. Goal kick forward now by Lopez. Now it's going to be headed wide by Theo Cornell. Throw coming up here now for the Yellow Jackets. It'll be taken by Joel Thomas. Fertelman, Wagner. Caffel now coming forward. Fertelman. Back for Rowan Wagner. Now Orlando Fertelman for the Yellow Jackets. Lifting it outside. Here's Caffel. Now Jake Kidd for the Yellow Jackets. He gets stripped up from behind. And it'll be another free kick here coming up. A few more whistles here in this second half in terms of fouls than we saw in the opening half. Just 8 whistles in that first half. 4 fouls each way. And a free kick now here for Fertelman, it looks like, on the right foot. Jackets bunching toward the top of the 18. Putting the ball into that 18. Now it sits up. As the shot attempt by Beckett comes in on goal, and that one will be saved. Half bicycle there by Isaac Beckett. Save was made by Lopez. He'll hold on to it. And now for Elliot Lindberg near side. Lindberg. Back in also, by the way, for the Norse is Paul Mengi. He had it at his foot now and tries to swing it to the far side of the field. Freddie Watson tracking back. And now Watson, he's going to be the second player booked. Both yellow cards so far against the Yellow Jackets. We had one against Bryce Bolt in the opening 45 minutes. This one against Freddie Watson. Comes with 24:50 remaining to be played here on the afternoon. Free kick now for the Norse. Bending ball now into the 18. Bounces all the way through. Now Mortensen taking it wide. Trying to play it back across the face of goal. Duenas now. Mortensen again. Turn pass for Duenas, picked off by Wagner. Now clear back toward midfield. Here's Mungari. Trying to come forward, and the foul is going to be called on Francesco Mungari, so clock will stop. 23:52 remaining. It's adding insult to injury now for the Italian. Made a really nice move earlier in this half, and definitely could have made it a 2-0 contest as came in on the left side, brought it all the way to the goal line, forced a really nice save from Patrick Sessions. And Luther had a couple more opportunities in that sequence before the final shot by Matthew Sale rolls over the bar. Otherwise, it could be 2 or even 3-0, considering the 2 posts hit in the first half by the Norse. But we still have a 1-goal contest as Freddie Watson comes forward. Watson for the Yellow Jackets. Outside for Massingham, and now that one will be deflected out for a Yellow Jacket throw. Capel on the throw. Beckett now trying to flick it across the front. Duenas able to pick it off. And now Mungari. Tackled out on a nice defensive play there by Rowan Wagner coming back defensively. Will be a throw now. And substitution now coming up for the Norse. It'll be Zane Mawatikewa that will come in. The Kenyan, he will come in and replace Matthew Sale here for Luther about halfway through the second half. Mawatikewa, who came in, like it says, as a substitute in that opening half, re-entering the game here. As we're now more than halfway through this second 45 minutes. Still 1-0 your tally. Ron Wagner on the throw. Beckett. Duenas now. Nice flick over his head there. Now Mungari. Bertelman doing a nice job to stand him up. Now Massingham. And Joel Thomas had to try to keep that ball in. Overhits it. Taken now by Elliot Lindberg here for Luther. He'll go all the way back for Lopez. To the far side of the field now, Paolo Mercanti. Lopez hitting a ball over the top. Easy play there for Sessions. And now Rowan Wagner, Isaac Beckett. Jacob Wiles back for Beckett in the middle. Jackets have had better possession here in the second half, although, like I said, haven't really been able to get into the 18 all that much. WS right now warming up 5 players on the far side as this ball sent over the top, and now the flag goes up as they're going to call an offside on Watson. Free kick now for Luther. 20 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the season opener. 1-0 your score. Mercante sending it forward. Now Mengi turning toward the middle, plays it outside. Duenas now. Flipping it back post, looking for Mengi, and Mengi got under it and headed it over the top of the bar. I think he wants that one back. Might have lost it in the sun a little bit. He had some space on the right side of the Yellow Jacket 6, but again, just got under it. And it stays 1-0. Meantime, another substitution here. Looks like Miti Diari is going to check out here. We go under 20 minutes remaining in this one. And checking in now is Lucas Rojas, another native of Santiago, Chile. Here's McLaughlin now for the Yellow Jackets. Staying it outside. Freddie Watson playing on a yellow card. Now for Jay Kidd. And that one will be cleared away here by Mercante. It'll be a throw now for the Yellow Jackets. Watson taking it quickly. Fertelman now. A lot of traffic there, and he gets stripped of the ball. Back the other way. Here come the Norse now on a counterattack. Mortensen. Nice flick through the middle. Now Mungari near side. Duenas making the overlap. And resulting in a corner kick now here for Luther with 18:40 now remaining. So Duena standing over this one on the left foot. Mungari on the right foot. Lifting the ball in the 6. Here's the head ball down, and the save will be made. Elias getting his head to that one. Second time he's gotten clear contact in the middle of the 18. Sessions able to make the save there. Now it's Harvey McLaughlin for the Yellow Jackets. Outside now, Rowan Wagner. Thomas. Wagner. Kyle Massingham now. And Mungari now will draw the throw. Throw in now for Mengi. Duenas now trying to come forward. All to the far side now for Rojas. Now the Jackets going to make substitutions here. Looks like Alfie Hudd is going to return for UWS. Also Taylor Moore. And the center referee having a conversation now with Chris Garcia-Prats now on the far side of the field. Clock stops, 16:56 remaining. Throw comes in, and now will be headed out. Another opportunity now for the Yellow Jackets. By the way, it's reverse course, so it isn't Taylor Moore that's back in. It's the freshman for the Yellow Jackets. It's out in the first half. Seth Davidson, that is, entered the contest for UWS with just over a quarter of an hour remaining to be played. And now a throw coming up here for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Hudd now. Alfie Hudd will play it back now. Wagner. Alfie Hudd looking for Joel Thomas on the break. Overhit the pass. It'll go out of play. And those final touches just have not been there for UWS today. Duenas on the throw. Now he comes forward. And a flick it in the middle. Now Beckett off the intercept. Davidson for the Yellow Jackets. Thomas. Hudd. And that one will go out of play. Goal kick here for Lopez. He's made 3 saves in the ball game. Shots now 12-8 in favor of the Norse, including 5-3 in shots on goal. The Norse now have 4 corner kicks, to the Yellow Jackets 3. As here's a bit of an error here now by Luther. We haven't seen that from them. Lopez playing it short. Tracking back was Mortensen, and then his ball back popped up in the air, went out of play, and it'll be a corner kick for the Yellow Jackets. So, again, those are those early season moments that you hope don't come back to bite you. But again, not atypical for a season opener to see things like that happen. In the meantime, now a corner kick, right side, fourth of the game for the Yellow Jackets. Freddie Watson will take it. Ball up in the air, now punched out by Lopez, still up in the air. Coming back is Mungari. Back up the middle, sent back in by Hud. Ball still loose. And now Mengi trying to trigger back here for the Norse. Mungari. And that's going to be a clear yellow card there on Alfie Hud. Got that deft touch, does Francesco Mangari. 6'2" sophomore from Rome, Italy. He's been working well up on the left side pretty much the whole game. He's a very tricky player. Got nifty feet. I'm impressed with him here so far. Clock stops, 14 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in this one. Ignacio Duenas standing over this on the left foot now for Luther. Man marking top of the 18 for the Yellow Jackets. That's the ball short. Joel Thomas clearing it up the middle. Duenas coming over. And now that should be a card on Mungari as he got a handful of Joel Thomas. It'll be a free kick now for the Yellow Jackets. Clock stops again now. Or perhaps it doesn't. 13 minutes, 52 seconds and counting remaining here. Now he stops the clock. 13:49 left. And now the center referee going to come over and have a conversation with one of the linesmen here. I have to add some time to the clock here. That would be my guess. 13:49 remaining. So they're going to add 8 more seconds is the verdict here. 13:49 to 13:57. And now the Yellow Jackets will have a free kick just on the Luther side of midfield. It looks like it'll be Jacob Wiles that'll step up and take it here. The Norse holding a line about 5 yards beyond their 18. Now here's Wiles' ball. Flick down now to the outside. And that one cleared wildly out of play. It'll be a throw now for UWS. Caffel on the toss. In that's McLaughlin on that far side. Cleared away from him momentarily. Now it's Cornell over there. McLaughlin taking it back, trying to send it into the 6, and coming off his line to smother it will be Lopez. 13 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in this one. Out for another throw. Hud now playing it all the way back. Now Joel Thomas. Mungari on his back. Hud. Looking for Davidson, the freshman, now on the right side. Duenas now will give it a ride. Wagner trying to head it down. Rojas able to settle. Right on the feet, though, back in, and now Caffel to the far side, looking for Freddie Watson. Watson on the Sutter step move. And now a foul going to be given by Theo Cornell here. Free kick in a advantageous position here for UWS with 12 minutes and 19 seconds left. And another free kick here for the Jackets. Standing over this one now. Ari McLaughlin on the right foot. Jackets bunching top of the 18. McLaughlin popping it up, and now apparently we went a little bit early, so we'll try it again here. And we'll have a brief post-game recap once we go final in this one. Stick around for game 2 of our doubleheader. The Yellow Jacket women under brand new head coach Nick Piazza taking on Gustavus Adolphus with yours truly. 6 p.m. the opening kick there, 5:45 or 5:50 or so. The pregame is. Here's the ball now. Back post. Header by Jake Kidd, who came in on the weak side, and that one goes wide. And Jake Kidd just that close. And now we'll have substitutions. That was the best look the Jackets have probably had since Kidd had that opportunity in the first half. Like I said, just headed that one wide. No, and Aitor Lopez will get in this free kick now with 11 minutes and 57 seconds still on the SCCU Stadium clock. Davidson winning that head ball for UWS. Now Thomas. Flick through by Mungari. Elias back for Mungari. Second ball for Mengi now. Paul Mengi. Midi Diari now on the outside. Gets a shot away and on goal. That one's scooped by Sessions. He'll hold on to it here. Rolled short now for Joel Thomas. Alfie Hudd, far side of the field. Watson, now Caffel. Jacob Wiles for the Yellow Jackets. And there's a clear mistake, trying to send it near side. Out of the reach of Rowan Wagner. That's, again, one of those sloppy mistakes that can come back to haunt you in a game like this. Will Elias now will take the throw here for the Norse. Ball's headed forward now. Laughlin sending it over the midfield stripe looking for Kidd. And tracking back now, this is Paulo Mercante, who's gone all the way in the center defensive spot. One of the defensive spots for the Norse has looked very good. Very composed back there. Caffel now. Lindbergh now to the far side. Enrique Lopez now. Now taking off his foot. Draws the throw, however. And now a foul going to be called on Wiles. As Miti Diari goes down. Free kick for the Norse. About 25 yards, away from Patrick Sessions' goal to our left. Angle here. .9:38, clock stopped. Mungar standing over this one on the right foot. North with 6 players in the 18. Now here's the ball through the middle, flicked up off the head of Mengi, and that one's over the top of the bar. Wiles off the restart. Laughlin. Watson. Now comes back for Caffel. Adam Caffel for the Yellow Jackets. Turned over. Now Mungari. Mangari now getting through a couple of Yellow Jackets. Top of the 18, Francesco Mangari. Hud able to turn him over. Now Davidson inside flick. Ball to the outside. Now Watson stepping inside. Strip to the ball. Didn't allow that for the Yellow Jackets. Just the touches and the timing has not been there. Elias will go all the way back now, and here's Lindbergh. There's Wiles now. Miti Diari. Now Davidson trying to turn and go for UWS. Kicks it off into the corner. Jay Kidd now for the Yellow Jackets. Coming into the 18, Kidd. Playing it back now for Alfie Hud. To the outside now, Freddie Watson. Watson, Hud. Jacob Wiles now for the Yellow Jackets. Now Joel Thomas taking it wide. That pass easily intercepted by Mortensen, and now here come the Norse back. Out of his box is Sessions on that through ball attempt, clearing it into Norse territory. Now Mangari again. And that ball tackled out here by Davidson. It'll be a throw here coming up for the Norse. 7 minutes, 15 seconds now left. And it looks like Francesco Mangari is suffering from a cramp, so Harvey McLaughlin only happy to come over and help out a little bit. Good sportsmanship there by the Yellow Jacket midfielder. Throw now will be taken by Elias. And a foul going to be called on Mungari. Getting in the back now of Beckett. Free kick for the Yellow Jackets. Time becoming of the essence here, as we're about to go under 7 minutes left. So far, 5 yellow cards in the game. A total of 13 fouls. Now McLaughlin will go back. Here is Jacob Wiles. Caffel now advancing toward the midfield stripe. Outside now, here's Watson. Continuing it on now for Davidson. Davidson, and it'll be a goal kick. Shanked it off of his left foot. Couldn't get around on it. Now the Jackets will make a substitution. It's going to be Taylor Moore that will come in. Joel Thomas is going to check out. Clock continuing to move here. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Aitor Lopez will take the goal kick now for the Norse. They've moved more now in the middle. They're going to move Davidson to the right. As a wing player now taking the spot of Joel Thomas. Lopez's goal kick now. Mungari. Beckett. Looking for somewhere to go with the pass. Now Wiles. And a foul going to be called here on the Yellow Jackets. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Lindbergh off the free kick. Isaac Beckett for the Yellow Jackets. Hud now trying to send it wide. Taking possession now is Matthew Sale. He'll go back now for Lopez on the outside. And now the throw comes in and will go out of play. Off of Caffel. Another throw here now for the Norse. 4.5 minutes now left. Well, they're throwing out for the Norse in the corner. Here's Mengi. Tackled out again in that corner. The Norse going to start playing the clock here. We're under 4 minutes now left. Lopez on the throw. Sia Body's now on the end line. And finally a goal kick now for Sessions, Yellow Jackets. As we approach the 3-minute mark. Wiles to the far side now. Throwing for the Yellow Jackets right near midfield. Caffel. Waving everybody forward. This one flicked up in the air. Now Hud for the Yellow Jackets. His ball to the outside. Now Watson tripped up. Foul call. Free kick for the Jackets. Laughlin standing over this one with 2.5 now remaining. McLaughlin now lifting one into the 18. Flicked up in the air. Wagner now with the left foot. Sending it back toward the middle of the 18. Headed away now. Under 2 minutes now left. Throw coming up here for the Norse. Came in 4-0-1 all time against the Yellow Jackets, and looking like they're going to be 5-0-1 unless something drastically changes here. Now everybody's politicking for calls. Turns out it'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets far side. Cathel now with 1:25 left. Sent deep in the Yellow Jacket territory by Mawatikawa. Sessions now playing it short. You under a minute now left in this one. Wagner's ball to the far side. Throw comes in now from Caffel. And Lopez will smother here with 35 seconds or so left in this one. Lopez giving a ride. 20 seconds to go now in this one. Watson couldn't get it to go over the top. Hud. And to be honest with you, that should about do it. As it goes now toward the end line, Lopez has it. And Luther's going to defeat the Yellow Jackets here as the clock runs out. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And Luther will win it. Final score here. 1-0. Your final tally. Luther defeats the Yellow Jackets. UWS now 0-1 this season. Luther with the victory, 1-0. We'll take a quick break and come back with a brief post-game recap right after this. This is UWS Men's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. back here as we jump into our brief post-game recap. Final score here of the season opener between the Yellow Jackets and Luther. Luther edging the Yellow Jackets by a final score of 1-0. There really wasn't a lot of offense in this game, to be perfectly honest with you. Only combined 22 shot attempts for the game and only 8 on target between the two teams. But all it took, and as it turned out in the final assessment, was a penalty kick goal from Enzo Mitidiari, the 5'10 senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil, after a foul called on the Yellow Jackets in their own 18, 30 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, so 14:40 the time of the game-winning goal for Mitidiari. As he stepped up after the penalty call inside the 18, I have to get a clarification on what the actual call was. I don't know if he called it in sessions or on the play behind, but either way, it was whistled as a penalty kick. Mitidiari stepped up to the penalty spot and slotted a shot into the right side netting around Yellow Jacket starting keeper Patrick Sessions to make it 1-0, and that was how it finished. Shots at the half were 7-3 in favor of the Norse. They hit a couple of posts in that opening 45 minutes, otherwise they could have led by a more lopsided score than certainly 1-0. Both Paul Bengi and also Will Elias hitting the post in that first half. A couple of nice saves by Patrick Sessions as well. But we head into the break at 1-0 your score. And then the second half, probably the best scoring opportunity of that half was again created by the Norse on a nice play, individual effort by Francesco Mungari, who got around Yellow Jacket central defender Jacob Wiles on the left side, slot a pass to the middle, a couple of shot attempts. A nice save in that mix as well by Sessions again for the final attempt off the right foot of Matthew Sale, went over the bar to keep it 1-0. And from there, neither team really able to create much of anything. The Yellow Jackets did get some shots, some increased shots in the second half, but a lot for UWS to work on, no question about it. The passing just wasn't quite there. The timing was off. Again, not all that unexpected for a season opener, but Yellow Jackets certainly have a lot of work to do between now and Thursday when they take on UW-Eau Claire, so the task does not get any easier for the Yellow Jackets next time out. Final numbers in this one, Luther out shooting the Yellow Jackets for the contest 13-9. Shots on goal 5-3 in favor of the Norse. Both teams had 4 corner kicks in the contest. Total of 5 yellow cards were handed out in the game, 3 of them against the Yellow Jackets. A total of 16 fouls were called, 9 of them against the Norse. 4 offside against Luther as well, 3 against the Yellow Jackets in the contest. And in terms of goalkeeper saves, UWS's Patrick Sessions takes the loss with 4 stops in the contest, getting the shutout in goal. Meanwhile, for Luther was Aitor Lopez. He makes 3 saves in picking up the victory. The Yellow Jackets next in action this coming Thursday, September 4th, taking on the number 7 ranked team in the country, UW-Eau Claire. So like I said, it does not get any easier. The Blue Gold's coming to town, take on the Yellow Jackets right here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. 7 p.m. the opening kick of that one, 6:45 the pregame with yours truly. That'll be a Yellow Jacket TV broadcast only. Meanwhile, stick around if you are able to do so for our second game of our doubleheader. The Yellow Jacket women's soccer team in about 50 minutes or so going to be taking on Gustavus Adolphus in the coaching debut of new Yellow Jacket head coach Nick Piazza. So that's game 2 of our doubleheader. Like I said, stick around for that. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets, like I said, off until Thursday, and that'll be our next broadcast of Yellow Jacket men's soccer. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, by the way, and we hope you'll join us again on Thursday. A big thank you to Evan Ludwig, who was my producer and engineer, and a big thank you to everybody who tuned in. And like I said, we hope you'll be joining us for the rest of the season as well, as we're bringing you the 2025 campaign for UWS men's soccer. So for Evan Ludwig, this is Matt Johnson. One more time, repeating the final score. Yellow Jackets dropped the season opener. Final score here from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Luther College 1, Yellow Jackets nothing. Thanks for watching, everybody. The women's game is going to be coming up in about 55 minutes. This has been Yellow Jacket men's soccer, brought to you by Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.